All right, all right, all right. Hopefully this is live. I can say that this is the first edition of the Mindset Rehab, and I decided to do this because normally I do like a Mindset Monday or a Let's Talk Sunday, but I just want to be more in a more intimate setting with each one of you all, and that's basically to go live. So I basically decided to call this the Mindset Rehab because I know it's a lot of people who have problems with their mindset. And the whole focus of this each and every week going forward is to actually rehab your mindset. And it's something that I know that a lot of people need to hear about right now, which is goals. A lot of people have goals, which would be in 2022. And I know you done had New Year's resolutions or whatever the case might be, but for some odd reason, you did not follow through with your goals. Now, it could just be a lack of motivation or you just not believing as much as you supposed to. It's showing that I have an error. You're not believing as much as you're supposed to, but we're going to be jumping into a lot tonight, and I highly suggest everybody who's viewing this right now live to actually have a pen and a pad because it's going to be a lot of gems being dropped tonight, and I'm just going to be basically over briefing some stuff that I learned from a whole bunch of people. Hopefully I don't be on here a long time, hopefully be a short time, but if not, we all going to enjoy it because it is Friday night. And what better way to kick off a Friday night than actually getting some type of value? And I always tell people, if you look at my Sunday video, I am always the river and not the reservoir. So that's to give you value so you can go out there and give value to others. But we're going to kick this off with goals. 2022 has pretty much snuck up on us, and I know you might have goals of fitness, finance, relationship, whatever the case might be. But I always they always say model somebody who is worth modeling. And this guy has had a real deep impact upon my life. And if you big in the personal development realm, you should know his name by Jim Rohn. So I'm really going to break down the Jim Rohn method of setting goals. Now, we all have goals, but it was just a few years ago that I actually learned how to set goals. It might sound kind of crazy, but a lot of us at the age that we are, we don't know how to set goals. And then most of all, this is what I find so funny about goals. Majority of us do not know how to stick to the goals. Now I'm going to be breaking down the Jim Rohn method of goals, which was so provocative to me because the simple fact is a lot of us don't set goals. But the first thing that you should learn when you're setting goals is decide what you want and know why. I don't think that you notice the significance of what I just said. A lot of us have goals about something which we don't want or we don't know why we want it. Now, in order to set goals on something that you want, it's something that your heart just truly desires. Like I just gave you a couple examples. We were just talking about fitness. If you have a fitness goal, then it should be somebody who you're willing to copy. Now, we all got in trouble about copying in school. Yes or yes. It's okay to copy just as long as you're copying the right cat. I'm going to say that again. It's okay to copy just as long as you're copying the right cat. Now, when it comes to big goals, you have to be breaking these goals down in order to determine whatever it is that you want. So when I say wants, what is your desire? What type of desire do you have for your life, or where do you see your life going? You have to have a desire or a want for anything that you want. And then most of all, you got to couple that with your why. Now, I'm big in the network marketing field, well, it was big, but one of the things we always talk about is your why. Like, you might have a goal, but why? Like, what hurts you if you do not get this goal accomplished, or you don't follow through with what you said you was going to follow through? And you got the biggest person ever listening to you, and that's you. But if you don't follow through on the goals that you have, by result, you are actually laying yourself down. How many of us this year that had goals in 2022 that we have not lived up to? Now, the question I'm asking is, why are you lying to yourself? You should not be lying to yourself. If you have a goal, the thing is for you to hit it and it's already done. It is already done. And your why, if you don't get it done, it have to hurt you. So what is your why? Why do I want to hit this fitness goal? Why do I want to hit this relationship goal, marriage goal, financial goal? It have to be a reason behind why you want to do it. But the thing is, you have to be able to determine it. It's nobody else's place to be in control over your happiness but you. It's your responsibility at the end of the day. And I think we had an episode on accountability. You have to be accountable for what it is that you want in life. You have to be accountable for whatever it is that you want in life. You can't put this blame on anyone else. You have to become more aware of how you're moving. Once you become more aware of how you move, and now you can put the accountability wherever it needs to go. If I know that my goal is to work out 5 days a week, and I work out 2 days solid, and I just stop on the second day, and I know I got 3 more days to go, guess who that fall on? That's me. If I'm in a relationship and I keep lying about a certain thing and then keep hurting the other person, and I lie so much that I'm starting to believe my lie, guess who that fall upon? Me. With my finances. We can go day after day after day doing the same thing over and over. And I know Albert Einstein probably, if you do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect different results, it's called insanity. You have to be able to change something. And I do know one thing, that change is very, very painful. But the thing is, how long are you going to be in pain? It was this story. I know I'm kind of going off right now, but it was this story about a dog. A man was on the porch with a dog, and this boy was walking by, and the dog was just crying. So the boy was like, "Why is the dog crying?" And the man said, "Well, the dog's sitting on the nail." He said, well, "What a dumb dog! If the dog's sitting on the nail, why don't he just get off the nail?" And the man said, "It's not hurting him enough." So I think a lot of us are out here doing the same thing. We're sitting on this same nail in pain and not hitting our goals because it's not hurting us enough to get it done. Now, I want to go into something else that Jim Rohn said. You got to write it down. If you have a goal, I always tell people, if you have a goal, write it down. Because if you have a goal, it's in your mind for a reason. So once you take it out of the spiritual, once you write it down, you put it into the physical. Now we're talking about manifestation. With goals, you have to manifest your goals. In order for you to manifest your goals, you have to see whatever it is that you want, and then you have to repeat it over and over and over again. If you don't know, we are creatures of repetition. If by you keep saying it over and over and over again, you start to put it back into your subconscious mind. And one thing that I do know about the subconscious mind, it can't tell what's real from what's fake. It only can believe whatever it is that you tell it. That's the power of the subconscious mind. But we're going to get into that on a whole nother session. But I'm just telling you the possibilities of what's going on. But you have to be able to write it down. And I'm not the biggest novice of the Bible or whatever the case might be. But if you write the vision and make it clear, whoever sees it shall run. If you write it and make it clear, whoever sees it shall run. So when you see it, you should run after the goal, whatever it is that you have in store, or whatever it is that you desire and you want. Now, I'm really big on this one. So when you do have goals, you have to track it back to your old goals. So when you have goals and you hit them, guess what? It's time to make some new goals. It's not time for you to stop and celebrate wherever you are. You have to keep moving forward in order to grow. If you celebrate for too long, you will be stuck there. I might be stepping on some toes. If you celebrate for too long, you will be stuck there. So you have to create this list of the old things that you already hit, and then now you got to make a new list. But with this new list, you have to go bigger. And I tell people, when you have goals, you have to think real big. You have to. If you're not thinking big, you're playing too small. So when you have goals, you have to be able to think big. And I got this training from Alex Moore, one of my favorite network marketers. If you do not know this guy, you should really look him up. But he was talking about goals, and he was talking about the different types of goals. So yes, let me be clear. There are different types of goals. And he was basically going into more detail about 3 different types of goals. So when you look at this, he said goal A, or A-type goals. That's what it was. A-type goals. So when we talk about A-type of goals, these are goals that you know you can accomplish or that you know that you can do. Now, I know a lot of us have goals which we know we can do, but do we do it? I said this, I don't know where I said it at, but do you know what ignorance is? It's unused knowledge. And they always say knowledge is a dangerous thing. No, that is totally false. Applied knowledge is a dangerous thing. But when you know you can do something, now you have A set type of goals. These are simple goals. These are goals you know you can already accomplish. Now we have the B type of goals. Do anybody know what the B type of goals is? Now this is something that we think we can do. Notice I said that we think we can do it. Once you have B type of goals, now you falling into, oh, I maybe can do this. I can kind of see me doing this. Now I know a lot of us, if you're looking at this live right now, you have A type of goals, which you know you can do. Then you have those B type of goals, which you think that you can do. But this is the greatest of them all. I don't want you to miss this one. The third type is C type goals. If you got a pen and pad handy, I highly suggest you write it down. It is C type goals. Now, this is something that you want or you desire, but you don't see how. So this is not using your sight. This is you using God's sight. I don't know if anybody hear me on that one. This is not you using your sight. This is you using God's sight. Because if you ask for something, he will give it to you. But the thing is how you ask it. Are you asking with conviction? Are you asking with faith? Are you asking with belief? It's all about how you're asking it. I'm asking, when I ask for something, I'm asking like I know it's already done. This with the C type of goals. You don't know how it's going to get done. You don't know a way, but you know it's done. And in order to achieve any goal, you have to be aware and put action to these things. You have to. But I want you to pay attention to this one. So we were just talking about the 3 type of goals. If you just chimed in right now, we were just talking about the 3 type of goals. But it's a how can I say, it's a process to achieving any type of goal. And it's 3 simple things. First, to achieve any type of goal, you have to decide. Once you decide on something, that means something has to die. Once you decide on something, something has to die. It might be old habits, because you can't develop new things with old habits. Like I said, old keys doesn't open new doors. So something inside you has to die. It might be your lazy work ethic. It might just be the environment that's around you that has to die. In order to achieve any type of goal, you have to get yourself in the right environment. In order to achieve any type of goal, you have to let go of your old habits in order to form new things and coming into your life. You have to let go of some things in order to open new doors. So something in you has to die. It has to. You have to decide what you want. Decide what you want, and everything that isn't that, you should let it go. Everything that isn't that, you should let it go. And number 2, focus. Now this to me got to be the biggest one out of them all. Because if you focus on something, it shall grow. And to me, this need to be laser, like a sharpshooter. If you look at all the greats, all the GOATs, they were focused. Tom Brady, focused. I heard this man train 12 hours, straight football. And you wonder why he at the level that he at. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. This man did not stop no matter what was going on, no matter what naysayers or what adversity was against him. He kept going. That's why he's considered a great. He was focused. The late, great Kobe Bryant, he was focused. I heard him tell one time in the interview, no matter what was going on in my personal life or with my family, whenever I hit that court, it doesn't even matter. I'm going to go out there and give 100%. My circumstances that happen, it doesn't even matter. That's laser focus. So in order to achieve any type of goal that you want, you have to have some type of laser focus. You have to be able to focus in a time of adversity, because your mind might be telling you something. While you got this financial goal that you want, you might be trying to venture out and start a new business, but your mind telling you, nah, you can't do that. Or you might have this family who actually putting you down upon your dreams. Nah, you can't do that. Don't put your fear on me. This relationship goal, you might keep bumping your head over and over and over and over again. You're not focusing on your own happiness. You have to be focused in whatever area of life you want to increase. You have to. And I love this one. If you got your pen and pad out, I highly suggest that you write this one down. It's work. It is work. W-O-R-K. Work. This is the process that can't be skipped. No matter what it is that you want, this process cannot be skipped. You can't do the minimum and expect the maximum. I'm going to say that again for the people that's in the back. You cannot do the minimum and expect the maximum. If you really want what you say you want, or you want to get your goals done, you have to be obsessed with the work. You have to fall in love with the process. Not only fall in love with the process, even in your highs and your lows, you have to be able to trust the process. Because think about it. This is a journey. Success never has a destination. It's a moving target. Once you get to one level of success, you have to go and move on to the next level of success. Kind of like a video game. You got to jump from one level to the next level. But you cannot do the minimum and expect the maximum. And I know all of us have heard this phrase, faith without works is dead. Which is true. And also, work without faith is dead. It is. Now, you can't have all the faith and belief and hope in something if you don't do the work. It's never gonna line up. You're never gonna achieve. You can have all three of those things, but you're missing the fourth element that's gonna push you to the next level. And that is work. You have to be able to put in that work. Because if you don't, guess what? You will never line up with your goals. You will never line up with whatever it is that you want to manifest, because you're scared to put in that work. That's one thing that I know. You cannot run away from the work at all. The quickest way to get nowhere is a shortcut. And I always tell people when I talk to them, if it's anything that I want, I'd rather take the stairs than the elevator. Because if I take the stairs, I know in the process what it took for me to get there. So if I ever fall again, guess what? I know exactly how to walk up them stairs. Because sometimes the elevator out. And if you have the faith and the belief, I want you to catch this. If you have a lot of faith and a lot of belief, a lot of activity should follow. So if you have the faith and the belief, your activity should match whatever it is that the blessing that you want, or whatever it is that you want to manifest. It should match it. You know how they say, match my energy? It should definitely match it in order to achieve whatever it is that you want. And I heard this quote by Wallace D. Wells. He wrote The Science of Getting Rich. If you have not read that book, I highly suggest that you go and read it. And if you are not a reader, it's also available on Amazon. What is it? Amazon Audible on Amazon. It's something like that. 2-hour list. Good book. He said, if there is a way for you to achieve any of your goals without the work, it haven't been discovered yet. So I want to tell everybody, put that work in. Set your goals by types, but I highly suggest that you use the C-type goals, because don't limit whatever you want for yourself off of your belief. We have a mighty God. So why are you telling him small things? So I'm gonna end this off, but this is the first portion of the mind rehab, and hopefully everybody enjoyed this. If you did, I want you to like, comment, and share, just because I want some type of insight on what's going on and how can we get to the next level in 2022 and actually learn how to set goals and follow through with our goals. Because that's it. The money's in the follow-up. They always say that. The money is in the follow-up. So how are you following up with your goals? Whether it be your fitness goals, do the work. Whether it be your relationship goals, if it's worth it, keep working. Whether it be your finances. If you're stuck in the same position, do something different. Now, I'm not telling you to go and quit your job. Don't say a handsome young man named DT. He was on live yesterday. He told me to quit my job, but tonight he told me to quit my job. So I'm just putting in my 2-week notice. I'm not saying that. But in the part-time, you have to be doing some other type of work to get whatever it is that you want or get to the next level or your finances. Don't find yourself stuck exactly where you are. You're destined for so much more greater. But most of all, I believe that you are so much better than you believe. But it all starts with the mindset, and this is the rehab. All right, y'all have a good one. I love each and every last one of you all. If y'all not following me on YouTube, what are you doing? Subscribe now. It is DT Stereo Chill. If you're not following me on Facebook, definitely what are you doing? It's DT Stereo Chill. And if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? I am mind blown. It is _who is DT. And then me and my brothers got a podcast out. It's called The Mind Report. And you can get a lot of more gems from there. But do me a favor, just go and subscribe, follow, like, comment, share, so this message can reach somebody else just like it reached you. All right, y'all have a good one, and I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side, all right?